Hey guys, Cariocekus and I decided to do a small series of videos on Valorant. So with each video I'll be going through each character and its abilities, and in this one I'll be starting with Brimstone. So yeah, let's jump into it and see what Brimstone can do. Quick reminder though, I do stream over on Twitch, links in the video description down below as always. But yeah, let's jump into it guys. So the first character we're gonna take a look at is Brimstone. So Brimstone over here, he's a controller type character. Let's lock him in.
They think I'm an old dog? I'll show them just how many tricks I know.
So we're here on Split with Brimstone. I'm gonna go over his abilities and what they do. First off, let me buy a gun. So yeah, let's go. So first up we have Steam Beacon. So you equip a beacon, fire, and you use fire to toss the beacon in front of Brimstone, which upon landing the beacon will create a field that grants players rapid fire. So what is rapid fire? So let's look at how
Beacon down.
what it is. So it does a little circle, you can see, and gives you a little buff called Combat Stim. And with Combat Stim, what it does, so that's rapid fire. I don't know if you guys could see, but we actually were firing a bit faster. So let's do it without the buff. And that's about half the time it took us to clear a mag. One thing that you need to be careful with it is the enemy team can actually see the circle. You can see the duration on top of the ability when you throw it out, and your buff duration on top of your ammo. So when you throw it out, you can see the duration and the buff. And when you leave the circle, you actually keep the buff for a short time, making you so you're able to run small distances and still keep the buff. So let's look up the next ability, which is the Incendiary. So you equip an Incendiary grenade launcher, and you fire to launch a grenade that detonates as it comes to a rest on the floor, creating a lingering fire zone that damages players within the zone. We have the grenade launcher, his Q, which does a circle of fire that damages players that try and cross it. It's good for holding off choke points to delay possible rotates that the team might be doing, or if you're alone while you're waiting for your team, you can actually try and hold them off with that. So his next ability is Sky Smoke. You equip the tactical map, and you fire to set locations where Brimstone smoke clouds will land. Then you use alternate fires to confirm these locations. And you launch a long-lasting smoke cloud that blocks vision in the selected area. So how does this look like? So you see a circle, and you can pop the clouds anywhere within this circle. So if I'm defending A over here on top, I can actually pop some smoke in mid as well as in front of me. Then I can confirm with another click, and smoke is like this. It lasts for around 14 seconds. When you're inside, your sight is extremely reduced. But one of the things you have to keep in mind with this is when you're coming out of it, around this spot here, the enemy will actually be able to see your gun before you can see anything out of it. So crossing it is a bit dangerous, but you can actually use it sometimes while blocking a certain area, like the orb here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You can actually use it and try and cap the orb if the enemy team doesn't shoot through the smoke. But it's good for crossing, so you get a little time to cross little gaps like this one. So overall it's a really good utility if your team actually talks to each other, and you can actually, since you have the tactical map, you don't need to be where the smoke lands. So his final ability, his ultimate, also uses the tactical map. Same thing as the smoke, but this one is a bigger area and does damage. It has a little bit of a wind-up, so it does give players time to run out of it. One thing that you need to be careful when using it is when you're trying to clear, for example, this little corner here. When you're targeting your ult, this can happen, giving players sometimes a little safe area. They can avoid your ult, so when you're using it, keep that in mind. Keep the circle in mind. Like if you're in the middle, it gives you enough time to leave it. But if you're on the other side of the ult, you might get hit one or twice before you can exit it. But yeah, this is Brimstone. Yeah. So some tips, I guess. the main thing you need to remember is, since the game doesn't have skyboxes, you can shoot the grenade launcher from one side to the other. You can actually see it go, and it landed somewhere over there. So also do keep that in mind. You don't need to actually see the location where you're shooting it. So yeah, people, that's Brimstone. I will be taking a look at all the other characters as well. So if you like this video, drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I also do stream over on Twitch. Links in the video description down below. So yeah, people, as always, thanks for watching. Stay awesome.